Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have another drugstore mini haul for you guys. I'm going to do the 10 bronzers that I picked up. My last video was a drugstore highlight, first impressions, and haul and try on, so I did that. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. And today I'm going to do the same thing with bronzers. So like I said, I did pick up 10 bronzers that I'm going to be giving my first impressions on. I'm going to try on my favorites, and then I'll kind of narrow it down to if I don't recommend any or if I do. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, don't forget to do that. And then if you would like to see my first impressions on these bronzers, then please keep on watching. Okay, so let's jump right in. Please keep in mind that these are my first impressions. I'm not familiar with any of these bronzers. I just kind of want to share my first impressions with you guys and swatch them. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this Wet n Wild Coloricon bronzer. This is in the color Ticket to Brazil. And one thing that I thought was cool about this is that this does have SPF of 15. Also, one thing that I really like is that Wet n Wild is cruelty free. So here is the bronzer. Ooh, this is really soft. Oh, wow. Just looking at it, I think this is going to be too light for my skin tone, which kind of bums me out because I don't remember seeing a lot of color choices in this, but there is the swatch of it. I think it is going to be a little too light for my skin tone. Just looking in the pan, it does, it looks matte, but if you look closely, there are some little specks of shimmer in it, but just swatching it on my hand, I really didn't see that. So if you have a fair complexion, I think this would be a really pretty bronzer on you. Like I said, this is the Wet n Wild Coloricon in the color Ticket to Brazil. Okay, so the next one that I picked up is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and this is in the color Sun Bronze. One thing that I thought was cool about this is that this is waterproof, so this is going to be perfect for, you know, those pool parties or if you go to the beach. And this claims to wears up to 10 hours. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch this. Ooh, this is really soft too. Ooh, this looks like it's going to be a little darker, which is a little more promising for me. I'm going to swatch it right here. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, so that came off a little chalky, but that could have just been my swatch. That is actually a really pretty color. It does look matte, which I think I prefer in a bronzer. I'm going to go ahead and go over it again. Oh yeah, that is pretty. That might be one of the ones I try on. All of these, by the way, were either picked up at Ulta, Walgreens, or Walmart. Okay, so the next one that I picked up is the Neutrogena Healthy Skins Blends in Natural Radiance Bronzer. I picked this up because I saw that it was new, and then also when I think of Neutrogena, I think of drugstore skincare. I don't typically think of makeup, so I thought this was cool. Here is the bronzer. So I really wanted to test it out because I've never tried any of Neutrogena's makeup. Ooh, this is soft too. I'm going to swatch it right here. Ooh, okay, so that is pretty. I really like the pigmentation in that. So comparing it between the Rimmel one, this one's the Rimmel, and then this one's the Neutrogena. The Neutrogena one has more of a red undertone, and then the Rimmel one is more of a cool undertone. But those are both really pretty colors. But I like this Neutrogena one. That gave off a lot of pigment. So the next one that I picked up is the Milani Baked Bronzer. I have used Milani products before and I've always been pretty happy with them. This does come with a little compact mirror and then this little brush. And then this is the bronzer. This is a baked bronzer. And then this is in the shade Soleil. So this definitely looks like it's going to have a shimmer to it. which I don't know how I feel about shimmers in my bronzers, but we'll go ahead and swatch it. Oh yeah, this is definitely shimmer, you guys. So let's swatch it right next to the Neutrogena one. Oh yeah. So that is definitely has a shimmer to it. If you do like shimmer bronzers, this might be a good bronzer for you. Similar to the Neutrogena one, it does have more of a red undertone as well. But I mean, the color itself is really, really pretty. Just goes back to if you prefer shimmer in your bronzers or not. Okay, so the next one that I picked up is the Ulta brand Matte Bronzer. So this is a matte, and I got this in the tone Warm. Here is a close-up of the bronzer. This looks like it's going to have more of a warm undertone as well. But this is matte, so if you prefer a matte bronzer over a shimmer, this is going to probably be a good option for you. So I'm just going to swatch it right next to the Milani. Ooh, okay, so that didn't give off a lot of pigmentation. I'm going to go in a little more just so you guys can get a better color of that. Okay, there you go. Since I did have to go in with 2 swatches, I do think that this is going to be a buildable bronzer, which I don't think is a bad thing for a bronzer. I actually prefer to go light in my bronzer and then to build it up if I want to have more of a tan effect. But this is a really pretty color too. That might actually work well for my skin tone right now. So I'm going to put that one to the side as a possibility to try on. And it is matte, and this is in the color, again, Warm. So the next one that I picked up is the NYX Matte Bronzer, and then this is in the shade Medium. Another cool thing about NYX is that they are cruelty-free. So this one does come with a little mirror, and then this is a close-up of the bronzer. This one looks like it's going to have some reddy undertones to it too. Ooh, that's pretty. So that is gonna have, that does have a warmer undertone as well, but that is really nice. It feels really soft and a little bit creamy too. But that's a pretty color. I might have to try that one on as well. So just going down again, this is Wet n Wild. This is the Rimmel, Neutrogena, Milani, Ulta, and NYX. So the next one that I have is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter and Bronzer Duo. I did try this the highlight out in my highlight drugstore video. If you haven't seen that, I'm going to link that below. And I did want to try out the bronzer in this as well. So this is the highlight and bronzer. So this one does have a shimmer to it. So if you prefer your bronzers to be a little shimmery, that is how it. Oh, okay. So this definitely, this is a little too red for my skin tone, I think. But the pigmentation in that is really good. There it is compared to the other ones. I'm going to go over it again just to give you guys a better idea if you build it up. Yeah, so there it is compared to the other ones. Like I said, it does have a shimmer to it, so if you prefer a shimmer, this might be a better option for you. I think that for me, since I don't prefer a shimmer, I probably wouldn't wear this bronzer, but the pigmentation itself is nice, and I think this might be a little more red for my preference as well. The next one that I picked up is the Covergirl Trublend Minerals bronzer in the color Medium. This is actually a loose bronzer. I've never used a loose bronzer before, so I'm kind of curious to see how this works. And then the product is in here. So to get this out, I'm just going to put the lid on it and then kind of like that. Oh my god. Okay, don't do that because I totally I totally just made a mess. Why would I do that? That was okay. Anyway, okay, so there's a lot of product on here now. Well, at least we have a lot of product to swatch, so don't do that. Oh, okay, so this is actually has a shimmer to it. The color looks pretty. So I'm going to swatch it right here next to the e.l.f. one. So compared to the e.l.f. one does have more of a red undertone to it. This definitely is still on the warm side, but it's not as red as the e.l.f. And this one has a shimmer to it as well. So like I said earlier, if you prefer a shimmer in your bronzer, this might be another good option for you. Okay, so the next two bronzers that I have are actually from palettes. And then one of them is actually a contour, but I'm just curious to see how it will work. So the first palette that I picked up is the Maybelline Master Contour Palette, and this is in the tone medium to deep. I also did talk about this one in my highlighting video, and this had a, well, you'll just have to watch my video. So this does come with a contour shade, a blush, and a highlight. And it does come with a little brush as well, which I always think that it's cool when they include stuff like that. So just curious about the contour shade. I'm going to go in and swatch it. So here is the product up close. And, oh, this contour shade feels soft. Okay, so this is definitely, looks like it's going to have more of a cool undertone to it. Oh, it is a little warm. So I do think that this would be a little too dark for me right now, but it's not just like swatching it and moving it around on my skin. It doesn't feel as creamy. It feels like it's going to be a little harder to blend out, so I would be careful with that. These other ones were pretty soft and like seems like they were easy to blend. This one just kind of, it looks like it's leaving a little bit of streaks behind. Doesn't look like the pigmentation is super even. So I would just keep that in mind. And the last product that I picked out is from Makeup Revolution, and then this is their bronze palette. The employee at Ulta actually recommended this, actually showed this to me, and I thought it was really, really cool, so I wanted to pick it up. Here is the palette. And then here is the inside of the palette. It does come with a mirror, and then here is the palette up close. She showed this to me at Ulta, and I just thought it was so pretty. So this comes with 3 shimmers, 3 mattes, and then 2 baked bronzers, and I just thought this was so pretty, so I had to pick it up. So these are the baked ones, these are the shimmers, and then these are the mattes. I'm going to swatch one of each. Okay, so the first one I'm going to swatch is this baked bronzer right here. That's really soft. Ooh, okay, so this does look like it has a little shimmer to it. I'm going to swatch it right here. Ooh, that is pretty, you guys. I like that. It definitely does have a shimmer to it, so if you like that in your bronzers. But that does look like it's going to give you a nice glow. Okay, so the next one that I am going to swatch is a shimmer, and I'm going to swatch this one right here. I'm going to swatch it right here. Ooh, that is pretty. So for being a shimmer, it's actually not as shimmery as the baked one. Which I actually like that. For being a shimmer, it's really not that shimmery at all. It kind of just gives you a more of a nice natural looking glow. It's not completely matte. It just gives more of a natural looking glow. It really doesn't have much of a shimmer to it. This baked one definitely does. But this is a nice one. I like that. I might try that one on. And the last one that I'm going to swatch from the palette is going to be a matte, and I'm thinking this one right here. I prefer cooler bronzer shades than warmer, and that one's looking the coolest to me, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch that. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so that one did go on a little patchier, and I honestly don't know if that was me just putting more pressure on, so I'm just going to like go in a little more and just kind of rub it out. Okay, so there we go. So just from the swatch, this one does look a little like it's going to be harder to get a even finish to it. It didn't apply as smooth as the other ones did. But yeah, see how it's a little heavier at the top and then goes like, it just didn't apply very well. But yeah, I'm just going to swatch this one here just because I'm curious. This looks really shimmery and really gold, but I'm just curious what this is. Oh yeah, that actually looks like it's a highlight. Oh, that's pretty though. That's right there. I was just curious. Okay, so I think I have an idea of which ones I'm going to go ahead and try on. There were a lot of good options here. There were a couple that didn't apply as evenly as the others, and then just for my preference, there were a couple that had too much shimmer or maybe too much red in the undertone, but overall this was a pretty good selection of bronzers. So I am going to try on a couple of these, so if you would like to see which ones I try on, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I did zoom you guys in a little bit so you can see a better look at my face so when I try these on. So the ones that I'm going to try out are the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, this is the waterproof one, and then the Ulta Matte Bronzer. So I picked these ones out just because I prefer a matte bronzer over a shimmer bronzer, and then I think just based on the swatches, I think these are going to be the best two for my skin tone right now. I'm going to try the Rimmel one first. So this is picking up a nice amount of product. So this is definitely giving it a nice glow. I do have some weird texture right there, so the powder is not picking up great right there. But overall, I really like that that color. So this is without bronzer, and then this is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer, and then this is in the shade Sun Bronze. So I'm actually really liking that. That is nice. It did give it a nice warm sun-kissed glow to my skin, and it's pretty natural looking, so I like that one. So that was the Rimmel. The second one that I'm going to try is the Ulta Matte Bronzer, and then this is in the shade Warm. So this is definitely going just in with my brush. It's a little more powdery. So you want to go in with a light hand. Ooh. That's super... I like that one, you guys. I really like this one. I didn't want to put on too much product, but just with a light hand, that is giving a really nice glow. I like that one. So these are the ones that I tried on. Out of these two, I do think I'm favoring this Ulta Matte Bronzer a little bit more. I think that the color of it is just a little more suitable for my skin tone right now. But they both did give off really nice colors. I am super impressed with both of those. I'm going to go ahead and try on two shimmer bronzers just for the purpose of this video. I don't necessarily prefer shimmer in my bronzer. I prefer more of a matte. But I have actually, I figure if I have some shimmer bronzers, why not try them? And then I also wanted to show you guys, if you do prefer a shimmer bronzer, what that would look like on my skin tone. So the first shimmer bronzer that I'm going to try is this baked bronzer from the Makeup Revolution palette. And then the second shimmer one that I'm going to try is the Covergirl Trublend Minerals Loose Bronzer. So first one I'm going to try is from the Makeup Revolution palette, and that's the baked bronzer. Actually, you guys, I'm really liking this color. And when applying it, the shimmer in it is so subtle. From the swatch, it's this top one right here, and I think it's this one. It does seem like it would give off not an intense shimmer, but it does seem like it would be pretty noticeable. And then just applying it to my skin, I really don't notice it how I thought it was going to be super intense. I'm pleasantly surprised with this baked bronzer. I didn't think that it was going to be bad by any means. Just for my preference, I don't like a shimmer, so the fact that the shimmer isn't really showing up on this, I'm really excited about it. The last one that I'm going to try is the Covergirl Trublend Minerals. This is the one that I made a mess in. Well, lots of powder on the brush. It's like... So this I think is too dark for my skin tone. And I definitely do see more of a shimmer in this one. Which is surprising to me because just from the swatches I thought this one was going to have more of a shimmer, but the CoverGirl one is giving more of a shimmer, and this color is too dark for me, I think. By no means does this mean that this is a bad product. It just means that it doesn't suit my skin tone, and then also, like I said earlier, I don't like shimmer in my bronzer, so the glow that it's giving, like the shimmer to it, it's not like a highlight at all, so don't get scared. But there is definitely a little subtle glow to it, which I don't think is a bad thing. If you prefer that, that's totally fine. Okay, so now I want to talk to you guys about my recommendations. Out of 10 bronzers that we tried, I can honestly say that none of these stood out to me like, oh my gosh, I would not recommend that, like that was terrible. These were all pretty good bronzers. If I had to pick one that I wouldn't recommend, it probably would be the Maybelline Contour shade from the Contour palette. And I know it's a contour shade, it's not technically a bronzer, but just from the swatch and how it applied, it didn't apply evenly. It was kind of patchy. So I still think that if you're using this as a contour, I think that's important to keep that in mind. However, you do get 2 other products in here, so it might be worth... I haven't tried the blush. I talk about my highlighter in the video below, so I'm not going to give you my opinion on that. So I wouldn't completely say don't buy this palette, but I would say that this contour shade does apply a little unevenly. The other one that didn't apply super evenly was, I think it was the matte, one of the matte ones that we swatched in this palette. However, this palette I do think is a good deal. So I wouldn't say no to this palette either. I mean, out of 8 colors, and I haven't swatched all of them, but from the one that we swatched, I think there was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 out of the 4 that we swatched didn't apply evenly. That's not bad. So those were the ones that kind of were like, I don't know. This Wet n Wild color icon, I did think that this had a nice application. However, it was way too light for my skin tone. So if you are a little more fair than I am, I think this would be a really great option for you. And then also, depending on if you like shimmer in your bronzer, you like more of a red undertone, I think we did find some really, really great options for you. If I had to pick a favorite, I would definitely say my favorite was the Ulta Matte Bronzer. And this is in the shade Warm. This is just really complementing my skin tone. It's giving it a nice natural sun-kissed glow, and it doesn't have a shimmer to it. It's a matte bronzer, which I really, really like. But yeah, overall for 10 bronzers, I think that there are a lot of good drugstore bronzers out there. So that wraps up this video. I hope you guys found this video helpful. And like I said, I did do a highlight version of this. It was my last video. I did link it down below, so if you're interested in watching that, the link is down there. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you guys found this video helpful. And let me know down in the comments down below if you guys want to see more drugstore product reviews or first impressions, or what kind of videos you guys want to see. And then also let me know what drugstore bronzers that you guys like. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And that's it for today. We'll see you next time. Bye guys!